Taurus.
Hello Taurus, this is your forecast for September 2014, and this should be a very joyous month for you, and let me explain why though. We have the sun, we got Mercury, it's going to be visited by the new moon a little later in the month, not before September 23rd, but it will arrive in this area. Plus, we will have Venus joining the crowd there on September 6th. So what does that all mean? Well, the fifth house is all about self-expression. It's about joy and creativity. For those of you thinking, wanting to start some kind of creative project, great time for you to do so here in September and putting down your roots and intentions in this area to want to expand it for the whole coming year. And just spending extra time with children, if you have them, well, you will come to see that it's going to be a delightful time for it. If you're in a committed relationship, well, this will definitely be enhancing those energies. And for those of you who are single, well, nothing is easier to find that, enchanted partner here while Venus is transiting through this area. So make the most of it and keep your eyes peeled on that horizon. Now, Venus also in the sign of Virgo will allow you to pay attention to more details pertaining to whatever creative project you're working on. Virgo loves to research. It loves to get all its ducks in a row, so to speak, to be a little bit more organized perhaps in the way you use your time creatively. And I would like to say, since Venus only comes to this area once a year, well, make the most out of it. Mercury is going to move into the 6th house there on September 3rd. So already in August, Mercury was having fun. It was chatting away. It was being very self-expressive as far as the things that you enjoy to do. But now it's going to turn more practical here from the 3rd onwards and throughout that of September. It's going to be balancing your day-to-day routine. It's going to be looking at how you can organize things a little bit more, should I say, harmoniously, meaning clearing the desk at work. It might also bring a few more communications between you and your co-workers. This is the area of employment, all right, and how you relate to your co-workers. So you will see that that can balance really, really nice. And let's talk about Mars though. Here in August, yes, Mars has been moving into your 7th house of your one-on-one relationships, more the committed type of love and relationships with your significant other, or those you work with very closely one-on-one, partners and so forth. You will have it here the first 2 weeks of September. So there's going to be extra dynamic focus here, the way you relate to one another. You might feel that it's a little deeper, a little bit more intense, because Mars is in the sign of Scorpio. And also not just that, but Mars will be meeting up here, joining with Saturn. Saturn has been in your relationship house the last 2 years. So you might have felt that it's been a little bit more serious, a little bit more heavy. Maybe even for some of you might have felt that it's been a little bit more restrictive, all right? Saturn has rings. So you might feel between you and your partner that there has been rings, and some of you might wonder why. Others of you know why, right? But see, Mars right now is trying to finalize a 2-year cycle. It was 2 years ago. It was in this very same area, and that's also when Saturn came into the picture. But Saturn right now wants to wrap up. We only have a few months left. It takes 2.5 years to move through a sign. So we're kind of looking there into December there, first couple of weeks, before it's going to move out of this area, and you will feel that much freer, less restricted as far as partnership goes. You will more find your wings and feel like you're ready to fly. But I'm feeling September already is going to give you a little taste of how that is going to feel once it initiates this contact with Saturn and moves into the 8th house, okay, out of the 7th house. That would be September 14th. Then it's going to be focusing more on shared resources, the money that you hold with your partner or your spouse. Or it could also be focusing a little bit more on your financial situations with institutions, banks, insurance companies, the IRS, or commissions, royalties, bonuses, and you're going to be placing your worth and putting your dynamic focus in here for the length of this transit. So you'll see that shift there just about mid-month. Then we have Venus right now, currently until September 6th. It's in the area of your home, family, your roots, your past. And you might feel that, you know, here in August, you've been paying a little bit more attention to how your house looks. Maybe you've been beautifying it or changing things around, getting a little new feng shui in there. And it might just also have given you a little bit more time in August here and up till September 6th, time to share with your family. Jupiter is in your 4th house, and it will be remaining here until summer of 2016. And what does Jupiter do in this area? It expands your home. Maybe you might start feeling that you need more space, or at least contemplating wanting to expand your space. Some of you might find that you're starting to think about wanting to move, and some of you might even be thinking of moving far, because Jupiter is also out of state, you know, out of country, that kind of thing. In any regards, right here, Venus, Jupiter in this area, I feel it's been a good time in August for you. Some of you have been traveling. Jupiter indicates travel, and it could be a very romantic travel, just because Venus rules romance too, right? But when Venus on the 6th moves into that 5th house, the romance is going to continue. So you have a wonderful September to look ahead to. Now on the 23rd, we have the new moon, and that is when we put down our intentions. That is in that area of self-expression. It's all about children. It's about how and what you do when you're creative. So you might find yourself putting down intentions that promising yourself to make more time, create more space to devote to your hobbies, because some of these hobbies could actually come to pay off financially. That's what Venus is too. It's not just romance. Venus rules money as well. So great month for that this month to do so. The full moon will be with you on the 9th. This will illuminate the area of hopes, dreams, wishes. It's the area of your friends. You might see friends you haven't seen for a long time. It might be joining some new groups too. That could be of big advantage for you. And it is where also your Neptune is. So you might just feel, you know, that there's a spiritual feeling here that's going to really open up here for you this time of the month. On the 9th, we do have a situation where you don't want to be too hasty to make a decision, because it kind of feels that not all details may be present quite yet. So you might not be seeing totally eye to eye with how things are going to resolve itself, but already on the 10th is a better day, because then Mercury, instead of squaring up on Pluto, will have the support from Jupiter, which will open up the larger view, all right? So you'll feel more confident. So the 10th is a good time to make that decision. You will feel already on the 11th that this actually should be a good decision, as the Sun is getting support from Saturn. Saturn being in your 7th house of partnership, so I'm feeling that's where it's coming from, especially because the Sun is in the 5th house. So we have like both partnership, love, and relationship areas illuminated for something coming together, kind of solidifying, I feel. On the 14th, well, you know, that is not just romantic. You know, Venus is romance, and the high romance is, of course, Neptune, but we have Pluto involved. It's Venus and Pluto in a trine. That's intense. It is also extremely passionate. Beautiful day for that expression to come forward, but it could also be a good money day for you here, Taurus, as Venus being your ruler is trining up here to Pluto, and Pluto doesn't just rule money like Venus does, but more big money, okay? It could be a contract coming together, or a new client that can secure things in the long run for you. And I'm feeling here for you, it's between the area of creativity and also a situation that might come from afar, all right? Because Pluto's in your 9th house, higher education, but also rules people in faraway places for you. So that might come to you as a blessing. Now on the 21st, a week after, the same Venus is now being secured by Saturn. Saturn in your 7th house partnership might just, you know, give you a little grounding, some roots there, give a little body to the words or the promise of something. So I'm feeling this week between the 14th and the 21st should be a good week for you, Taurus. So pay attention to what's taking place there, and I will see you next month. But do listen to your moon and rising sign, as these very same aspects will trigger other aspects of your chart, give you more insight. And if you're listening early in the month, here in August, come back in September, re-listen to the dates if you haven't written them down. So I'll see you in October. So till then, have a good one.